Please students go through the chapter so that you can easily answer these questions. The question which is given over here, what is a tissue and what is the utility of tissue in multicellular organisms? I hope you can answer these questions, and if you find any difficulty, you can ask me. Now come to the plant tissues. First of all, we will read about plant tissues. Now plant tissues are broadly divided into two types, that is meristematic tissues and permanent tissue. Meristematic tissues are those tissues which keep on dividing throughout their life. We have already discussed just now that some parts of the plant keep on growing throughout their life. So meristematic tissue are basically responsible for this. So, and the other tissues are permanent tissue, which once they divide, they will not further divide. They attain permanent shape, size, and function and keep on doing. So that is why they are called permanent tissue. Now we are going to study them in detail one by one. So first is meristematic tissue. So here one activity is given based on it. They have taken an onion bulb in the two different jars, and in one of the both the jars they have asked to find out the length, to record the length of the roots. Then in jar 2 what they have done, they have just trimmed the tip of the roots. So what do you observe? Which of the two onions has longer roots and why? I think jar 1 is having longer. Do the roots continue growing even after we have removed their tips? No, because I think in jar 2 growth is stopped comparatively. Why would the tips stop growing in jar 2 after we cut them? Because in at the tip of the roots we are having meristematic tissue which help the roots to grow basically. Okay, so that is why when you trim it, meristematic tissue also does not help them to grow. There will be no more meristematic tissue present over there. The growth of the plants occurs only in certain specific regions. This is because the dividing tissues, also known as meristematic tissue, is located only at these points. So basically, based on the position, meristematic tissues are classified as apical meristem, lateral meristem, and intercalary meristem. Now you can see this figure. Apical meristem is located at the tip, at the growing region of root and stem. So here they help us to continue growth of the plant in length, in elongation of the plant. Then second is the intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristem help in the growth of nodes and internodes. New leaves arise at this particular area. New branches, twigs, all these. And third is the lateral meristem. This actually help us to grow the girth, to help यानी कि प्लांट को डायमीटर में कैसे जो हेल्प करता है ग्रोथ में, दैट इज डन विद द हेल्प ऑफ lateral meristem. Everything is given over here. Please go through it in the book. Now, the cells of meristematic tissues are very active. They have dense cytoplasm, thin cellulose walls, and prominent nuclei. These are the important features of meristematic tissue. Please go through it. And they lack vacuoles. Why they are active and having dense cytoplasm? Because they have to keep on dividing throughout their life. So they have to be really very active, and they need all the content because they need some energy also, and that is why their cytoplasm is quite dense and they are having very prominent nuclei. But they lack vacuoles. And why do they lack vacuoles? Because vacuoles are generally used for the storage purpose. You have already read in the previous chapter, and here there is no use of storage because they keep on dividing throughout their life. So they do not use vacuoles. This is a very important question. You can note it down in your notebook also. Then come to permanent tissue.